Hello everybody, it is I, Yalpha Dominus, and today I'm making a tier list for Dino Rumble dinosaurs, or characters, whatever you call them. So, here are the tier lists. We have God, Demigod, Warrior, Meh, Disgrace, and Useless. So let's start off with the Dilophosaurus. Now the Dilophosaurus, he's he's very good on his own. He can just stun opponents for a short period of time. He can he can spit venom, like in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. So I'd say he would go in Meh, because also the reason why he's at Meh is due to the fact that he has so much. He barely has any health. So at this point, he can just die very easily. Moving on with the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor, he's good because in his ultimate, he can send in two Velociraptors to help him in his fight. An issue we have here is, once again, lower health. And he's pretty fast, very fast. So I'll put him in Warrior, Therizinosaurus. Probably the Enderman of Dino Rumble, because he can just teleport. He teleports everywhere. I would put him also in Warrior, because also he has low health, Anyway, now we move on to the Carnotaurus. I use the Carnotaurus sometimes, and even a lot, because he stuns enemies with his tail. He can ram at them, headbutt, bite, all that stuff. And his ultimate is like his rage mode, so he would attack much faster. He can run faster, so I would put him in Demigod. T-Rex, he's God. He is OP. Just because the fact that he can just, stun enemies, he can just suck them into his mouth and crush them. And when he use his base attacks, he would just headbutt one of the opponents and they would go flying. And his ultimate is basically the bone crushing bite. And it just does a lot of damage, so he's going on God. Then we move on to the Spinosaurus, and I'm putting him lower than the Carnotaurus just because the fact, he can stun enemies, yes, like the main three apexes, but he doesn't do a lot of damage and doesn't have a lot of much health as the T-Rex, so I'm gonna put him in Warrior. Well, maybe I'll put him. Okay, I'll put Raptor. Yeah. Or maybe Therizinosaurus is much better. Now the Brachiosaurus. It's a meh. I know. Why is he a meh? Just because of the fact that you can cancel his attacks very quickly, and sometimes his attacks don't really do as much damage, so at this point he's going in meh with the Dilophosaurus. He's worse than the Dilophosaurus, because the Dilophosaurus can cancel his attacks. Bajatosaurus, Warrior. I use him a lot whenever I play two players with my friends after school. They would use Brachiosaurus because of how big he is. I use Bajatosaurus because I can cancel his attacks. And also his ultimate, it's like these spikes around him, so you can't go close to him. So he's going in Warrior. Now we have the Pteranodon. He's going in Demigod just because of the reason that he can fly over the map, And his wind attacks can easily, like, it cancels attacks, every single attack, even the T-Rex's attacks. But still, the T-Rex would still demolish him because he also has low health. But he's still going in Demigod. Ankylosaurus would also go in Demigod just because of his armor. Insane amount of armor, I should say. He can cancel attacks, you know, and send opponents flying and does a lot of damage. So, yeah, he's going in Demigod. I'm sorry, but the Stegosaurus is going to disgrace. To me, when I use him, his tornado attack doesn't do as much damage, you know, and his ultimate, I don't really know what he's doing, so I would check in the info, but at this point, I'm so confused, and he doesn't do that much damage. So if you're doing a boss fight, don't use the Stegosaurus, in my opinion. I'll put the Triceratops in Warrior, because he's also very powerful. He can cancel attacks, stun enemies, and he gets, and in his ultimate, he can get armor. So that's a plus. Now we're moving on to the Dominators. I'll put the Dominator Raptor in Demigod and not in God, because the reason why he's a Demigod is because the fact that the base T-Rex, this T-Rex, the max level T-Rex, and even, I think even the second level T-Rex can kill this Dominator Raptor. So I'm putting in Demigod. He can cancel attacks. He's very fast. He could send more than just 2 Raptors. He could send a whole army. So, yeah, he's going in Demigod. The Dominator Triceratops, instead of using his horns as weapons, he uses his horns as cannons. Shoots like meteors from his horns. He could cancel attacks as well. And you can just spam this base attack, and it just does a lot of damage. And, bless me, and his ultimate, I don't know why I said I can't speak my sentences. But his ultimate, he just ends a meteor shower to the opponents. Yeah. The Dominator T-Rex is very OP just because of the fact that he can just cancel attacks. He has an atomic breath. He attacks much faster than the base T-Rex. And his ultimate, he just turns humongous and then eats the earth and does so much damage. Now, let's move on to the Dominator Brachiosaurus. And he is also in God just because the fact that he can just send in mountains like rocks, and he will become so big. He's like the size of a freaking kaiju, and basically destroys his opponents. He does so much damage. He has a lot of armor. That's good. The last one in this list, and that is Dominator Spinosaurus. I'm putting him in God. Wait, no. In God as well. Just because the fact he can just send in blue fire. He attacks very fast, you know. He is like Spinosaurus, the base Spinosaurus, but much better in every single way. So this is my Dino Rumble tier list. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. Nobody has been useless. But anyway, let me know if you disagree or agree or disagree. You know, this is just my opinion, by the way. So you can just tell me your opinion if you have played the game. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and bye-bye.